Manchester United are undergoing a major squad overhaul this summer due to a new manager coming in and trying to rebuild the club. Of course, there's major speculation as to who they're going to buy into the club in terms of players. So that's really up in the air. We're really linked to everyone under the sun. But what I'm going to be doing in this video is going over who should be kept and sold at the club. So let's get right into it. Starting off with the goalkeeper, David De Gea. He has been the best goalkeeper at the club. I think second in line is Dean Henderson. I don't really think he comes close to what David De Gea brings to the club, and I still think we should stick with him. Of course, people complain about David De Gea's distribution. I think that isn't a priority at the moment with what's going on at Manchester United. It can maybe be resolved in year 2 or 3 or some other transfer market, but not this summer. Lee Grant, I think he should be sold. What is he really bringing to Manchester United? I know he's got that experience, he's an older goalkeeper, but is he really challenging David De Gea? No. How much more could he teach David De Gea? I don't think that much. He should really be sold. Maybe we should get in a younger goalkeeper who would really test David De Gea or challenge him in some way, maybe given some cup games, that kind of stuff. So I think he should be sold. Same with Tom Heaton. I don't really think he challenges. How much is he teaching David De Gea? Not too much, I guess. And he probably isn't teaching Dean Henderson that much as well. He should be sold. Maybe we should get someone in from youth and really, try to develop players as opposed to buying in goalkeepers to try and challenge David De Gea. The next one is Dean Henderson. Dean Henderson, there's been major rumours in the media and at Manchester United in that he's been leaking these stories that come out from Manchester United's back room and training ground and that kind of stuff, and Dean Henderson has been linked to it. Dean Henderson has been saying he's only staying at the club if he gets a run out in the first team. I don't really think he should be making claims like that, and it's all up to Erik ten Hag if he wants to play him or not. I don't really think Dean Henderson is a fit for the club. Has he been developed? No. Is he knocking on the door for contention of first team goalkeeper? I think not. He is a player that could bring major money into Manchester United. I think we could get at least 30 million for him, especially the likes of Newcastle looking at him. There's been stories in the media of Newcastle setting up a deal with Dean Henderson. I think he should be sold, definitely. He could bring up that 125 million transfer budget that we have up to about 150 or 160 if we sell him. So I think we should sell him, really. Moving on to the defenders, Victor Lindelof, I think he should be sold. Whether he should be sold this summer, that goes to be seen, but he does need to be sold maybe in the next transfer window. But as I said again, he isn't really a Manchester United first team player. Is he the future of Manchester United? No. Has he been getting the runaround at Manchester United by other team strikers and midfielders? Yes. He isn't really a fit for Manchester United. I think he should be sold. If we can get rid of him this summer, then yes, we should get rid of him. Other than that, if he cannot be sold, maybe he should be kept and he should be third or fourth in the line of defenders. Eric Bailly is the next defender we're going to be talking about. I don't think he's a fit for Manchester United. He gets injured every bloody second. I don't know, has he been able to string together a run of 4 or 5 games in the first team? Not really. He's been saying that he's been 100% fit. He's not been given a chance. But really, does he deserve a chance? I don't think so. He gets injured all the time. His attitude is appalling. He's had loads of social media problems where he's been complaining on posts saying he should be given the first team run, but I don't think he deserves it. He should be sold. It has been said by Erik ten Hag that he isn't in the plans and he should be sold. So yeah, off he goes. Phil Jones. Right. This guy's agent should be knighted. I don't know how he was given a contract extension under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has really screwed us over and he doesn't really deserve a chance. I know he's been given a few games here and there towards the end of the season. We've been battered by teams like Brighton and so on. We've been battered 4-0. Would he have made a difference? I don't think so. Is he the future at Manchester United? No, he's not. Again, this guy's agent should be knighted. I don't know how he stayed at Manchester United for so long, and it just goes to show the poor recruitment that Manchester United has had over the last 10 years, really. He should be sold 100%. Right, next up we've got
Harry Maguire,
an £80 million fridge magnet. He's not even the fridge, he's the fridge magnet. £80 million, we should cut our losses with him, in my opinion. Maybe try to get 20-25 million if we can. He's on massive wages. He's been bought for a major transfer fee. Is anyone going to come for him? No. So we really need to cut our losses, sell him off, and get another defender, another centre-back to replace him. He isn't the future of Manchester United. He isn't a first team player. I don't care what anyone says. He gets spun almost every single game. He gets played and we get battered. He doesn't get played and it's the same thing. Really, it's a throw up in the air. I don't think Erik ten Hag can reignite his career. I 100% think he should be sold. He isn't the future at Manchester United. Cut your losses and get rid of him. Rafael Varane, come from Real Madrid, won Champions League finals, got loads of trophies under his belt, but it has to be said, he is on fraud watch. I've seen nothing from him under Manchester United. He hasn't performed. He actually has underperformed. He's the one who's been playing in the 4-0 loss at Brighton. I don't buy it. He's on fraud watch. Now, that doesn't go to say that Erik ten Hag won't be able to reignite his career again. Yes, he has potential. You don't win Champions Leagues for no reason. You don't win league titles in Spain for no reason. But he is on fraud watch. I don't care what anyone says. He needs to be, rejuvenated in the team. And Erik ten Hag does need to develop him, or at least bring him up to that level that he was at Real Madrid. He is a first team Manchester United player, considering if he does get developed or he does get brought to the standard. Can we buy a centre-back to pair with him? I think a centre-back should be a priority for Manchester United. Next up, Diego Dalot. From what I've seen, he hasn't really played that well at Manchester United this season. Now, is Aaron Wan-Bissaka a challenge to Diego Dalot? I strongly think he should be taken out of the first team, but we'll get to Aaron Wan-Bissaka in a second. Diego Dalot needs to be developed. He is very young. I don't think we should sell him. I think we should keep him at the club. Next up, Luke Shaw. Is he the future at Manchester United? Probably not. Again, it isn't really a priority at Manchester United, but we do need to get in a left back at Manchester United. I don't really think he provides too much going forward, and he isn't really extremely good at defending. So it may be a problem that we sort out later down the line, but as of now, maybe we should keep him at Manchester United. That isn't a major keep him at Manchester United if we get an offer. If we get an offer, I definitely think we should sell him and reinvest that money into another left back. Next up, Alex Telles. Absolutely shocking left back. He cannot defend and he's been caught out so many times. He's worse at defending than Luke Shaw, but he does provide a bit more going forward. But I don't think he is a left back of the future for Manchester United. Get rid of him, and we do need to reinforce in the left back area. As I said, Luke Shaw isn't a Manchester United left back that is, the future for Manchester United, and neither is Alex Telles. Next up, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Shocking right back. Absolutely shocking. He provides maybe less than 5% going forward. Has he been extremely good at defending? No, I don't think so. Originally, when he signed, I thought, he is promising. He could be someone Manchester United could utilise in that position. But, he's just been exposed by wingers of other teams. He gets caught out all the time. He's having to make these extravagant sliding challenges to get the ball. Really, he's been getting caught out of position. That's why he has to make those challenges. Next up, Brandon Williams. I do think he's on loan at the moment with Norwich. He's come back obviously at the end of the season, but I do think he isn't the future of Manchester United. I would either loan him out or sell him again. The problem with loaning out is you don't really develop players that much unless they go to a half decent team. Norwich, they got battered every single game. Could Brandon Williams really have made a difference to Norwich? I don't think so. The whole team was shocking. Now, Brandon Williams, he claims he is a left back and that is his best position, but he is right-footed. How many left backs do you see in the world that are right-footed? Not too many. I don't really think he's a fit at Manchester United. Maybe he could be a second place left back, But I think eventually we should sell him. And once again, that's another plea to get the left back position reinforced. Tuanzebe, I think he should be kept at the club. He isn't the worst player. Could he play better than Maguire? Yes. If Erik Ten Hag can do something with him and develop him, could he get played alongside Rafael Varane? I don't know, probably not, but it goes to show that these players, you know, Manchester United have developed no players at all in the last 10 years. Name me one player that has been developed in the last 10 years. You could probably name none, probably one, and that's Mason. You can't lie to yourself. Although he's got those problems and he is in prison, or he's on bail maybe, he isn't going to be a player at Manchester United because of all that fiasco that happened. But you cannot lie, he did get developed at Manchester United. He was smashing in top bin worldies, that kind of stuff. So yeah, other than him, maybe it's questionable who has been developed. No one has. So next up, Mengi. Now this player I think should definitely be kept at Manchester United. I don't think he should be loaned out. Why does he not deserve at least, no, he should be on the subs bench for the next, you know, year coming forward. We might not get all the replacements we need in defence. So Mengi could provide something. I've heard he is quite good. He is aggressive, really good in the air. So why not pick him? I'm not going to lie, this next player, Alvaro Fernandez, I don't know who he is. I'm not going to talk about him. Paul Pogba, again, like Rafael Varane, on fraud watch. I don't care what anyone says. He's won World Cups. He's won, you know, whatever else for France. He does not deserve a new contract at Manchester United. Now, a lot of you might be thinking he isn't staying at Manchester United anyway, but Manchester United did table an offer for Paul Pogba, and I heard that it is still on the table. In my opinion, Manchester United should be moving in this way, in that new contract that he's been offered should be retracted. Why does he deserve a new offer? Off you go. You have poor mentality. You have been playing poor at Manchester United. You get a little niggle. You down tools. You don't really want to play. Why do you deserve a contract at Manchester United? You don't. Off you go. Just get rid of him. We get nothing for him. We're going to free up loads of wages for him. Off he goes. Joan Mata served well at Manchester United. His contract is up. Off he goes. Jesse Lingard, he does want to leave. His brother's been doing all that fiasco on social media, airing Manchester United. In my opinion, I think Jesse Lingard might be telling him to say that sort of stuff. If he hasn't, then why is his brother saying that kind of stuff? He should be stopping that. He isn't the future of Manchester United. He's knocking on the door of 30. Is he 30 years old? Probably he is. Off he goes. Actually, his contract's up, so we can't get nothing for him. Off he goes. Don't renew the contract. I have heard rumours that he might stay for another year. That is poor. Manchester United shouldn't be operating in that way. Get rid of him. Next up, Andres Pereira. He isn't the future of Manchester United. He does decent one-hit wonder in pre-season tour. You know, he scores top bin worldies, 30-yard goals. He isn't the future of Manchester United. I don't know what his contract situation is, but if he doesn't have a contract, don't renew it. If he does have a contract, then we should be looking to sell him on, get something from him, 10 million or whatever, and add that onto the transfer fee that we have at the moment, and maybe we could, you know, invest that somewhere else. Amad, I think that's Amad Diallo. I think he was loaned out to Celtic or Rangers or something like that. Has he had a good season there? I haven't heard good things about it. I think he's actually been really poor. I think we should loan him out again. Or if Erik Ten Hag thinks he can do something with Amad Diallo, then, you know, keep him and try to develop him. Fred, he isn't the future of Manchester United, but I don't think we'll be able to offload him. We've bought him for 50 million. He's probably on substantial amount of wages. He might be a problem to sort out in the future. Bruno Fernandes, I think we've recently bought him. He has had a poor season. He hasn't been playing like he was when he first got brought into the squad. Let Erik Ten Hag try to, you know, reignite the fire in his play and that kind of stuff. Keep him at Manchester United. That being said, if Erik Ten Hag does decide to have a sacrificial lamb and put his foot down and say, listen, you can't mess around and you'll be sold no matter who you are if you have poor performances, Bruno Fernandes could be sold for a massive amount of money. But in my opinion, he should be kept, and I don't think Erik Ten Hag is going to sell him. Nemanja Matic, his contract is due. He's going to be gone. Don't renew it. Don't leave him at the club. Off he goes. Although, with that being said, Nemanja Matic was probably one of our best midfielders this season, and he's probably 34, 35, 36 years old. That is absolutely shocking. How can a 36-year-old be better than, you know, the players that we've got? There's something to look at. Obviously, there's something wrong. Donny van de Beek, he's coming back off loan from Everton. I definitely think we should keep him. He's played under Ten Hag previously at Ajax. I think Ten Hag will be able to do something with this player. With that being said, though, he hasn't had a good season at Everton, so he really needs to knuckle down. And, you know, no player should be given more than 2 or 3 opportunities. So give Van de Beek his opportunity. If he doesn't play well, then, you know, in the future he should be moved on. Can he provide more than Scott McTominay? Yes, 100%. I think so. Going forward, he probably doesn't have the same energy that Scott McTominay provides. I do think Scott McTominay is more energy and you know, enthusiasm over ability. I think Van de Beek is probably on the solar opposite end, talent and, you know, technical ability over energy. So maybe Ten Hag needs to say to Van de Beek, we need you to provide more in terms of maybe being a box-to-box player, providing that energy, you know, coming back, putting in challenges, that kind of stuff. So yeah, keep Van de Beek at the club. Maybe he can be a first-team player next to De Jong, who we're also linked to from Barcelona. James Garner, I think he was loaned out to Notts Forest, who I think they won the playoffs. Yeah, I think he's had a decent season in the Championship. I think we should call him back. If Erik ten Hag thinks he can do something with him, then yeah, go ahead and do so. We are losing loads of midfielders, so maybe he's a player for the bench. Other than that, if we think we can, you know, bring in loads of players, which I don't think we are, maybe send him on loan again. Scott McTominay, as I was just talking about him a second ago, he is all energy and zero ability. I don't understand how a centre mid like him probably only gets 40 passes off in a match. That is really bad on average. You know, players like Ruben Neves are producing something like 60 passes a game, so he's way under par. I think Erik ten Hag needs to do something with him. Other than that, he is going to get dropped and he's going to be put on the bench. He is a player that can be brought off the bench in terms of energy, maybe late into the game, but he isn't the future of Manchester United and he isn't a first team player. Next up, Hannibal. We saw glimpses of energy from him and talent coming off the bench against Liverpool. You know, he got penalised by Ralf Rangnick and he got sent to train with the reserves, with the under 23s again because of that performance. You know, he almost got a red card. He thought he was, you know, too eccentric, too diving into challenges and that kind of stuff. So he's been punished. In my opinion, he should be given a run out in the subs or maybe even in the first team, see if he can do anything with him. I know he isn't first team quality yet, but we are losing loads of players. Do we have a right wing? No, we don't. He comes off the right wing. Maybe he could be brought in there to challenge Diallo or maybe even Rashford or Sancho, whoever. Right now, our only wingers are Rashford and Sancho. We'll get into that in a second, but we do need to have rotational players and players we can bring on. We're a single point of failure in that area. Next up, moving on to forwards, Cristiano Ronaldo. I do think that he should be kept at the club. He's provided at least like 17 goals for us in the league. I don't know how we can afford to lose that. Cristiano Ronaldo is showing signs that he is going to stay at the club. I definitely think he should stay. Next up, we've got Anthony Martial. He is on loan at Sevilla at the moment. I do think that we should sell him on. He isn't the future of Manchester United. In my opinion, his attitude absolutely stinks. He does have a bit of talent, but he shows it in glimpses. He's totally inconsistent. He is another player that we could sell on and get something from him and add it to the transfer fee to get us some more players this summer, so he can be utilised in that way. Again, I do not think Anthony Martial should be encouraged to stay at the club. Next up, Marcus Rashford. Now, this player is very interesting. He has had a really poor season by his standards, or by the standards that he showed 2 or 3 years ago. He does need to step up, Do we get rid of him? I think time will tell. Erik ten Hag is known to develop wingers. I think he should be given a crack at developing Marcus Rashford. I think he can get something out of him. Just because Marcus Rashford has had a poor year, it doesn't mean to say that he is a crap player. His past shows that he is a decent player. He can be developed into something, but I think he should only be given one chance at Manchester United. Give him the season, see if you can make something of him, Erik ten Hag. If he's not the player that you thought he's going to be, or he hasn't developed into, I think we should sell him. We can get a massive amount of money for him, maybe 50, 60 million. He is an English player, he is a winger, he does have promise, he is young. Someone like Arsenal may come for him. Again, we can utilise that money to buy someone else in his position, but I do think he needs to be given a chance. But with that being said, if his attitude stinks and Erik ten Hag isn't pleased with what he's seeing in terms of personality, you know, there's some players that you can only do so much with. If he doesn't want to stay, then, you know, offload him. Moving on to Mason Greenwood. Now, there isn't so much that I can say about him. He has been signed by Prison FC. He has loads of allegations against him. I'd rather skip that subject. I don't know if he's going to be, even if he's cleared of all those allegations, I don't know if he's going to be a player for Manchester United, because obviously it ruins the rep of Manchester United. I think he would be sold or, you know, released, or being, because he's breached the contract or whatever, I don't know. But yeah, we're going to skip that subject. We do need to buy a player in his position, because as I said, at the moment we've only really got Marcus Rashford and Sancho for wingers. Edison Cavani, I think he's looking for a move out of the club. I think his contract may even be done. Don't think he should be given a contract extension. Let him go. Again, we need to reinforce in that area. Next up, Jadon Sancho. I do think he's an amazing player. He didn't have an amazing season at Manchester United in terms of, you know, we thought that he was going to hit the ground running, come from Borussia Dortmund, get goals and assists like he did at Borussia Dortmund. I think he can be developed further by Erik ten Hag. He isn't too old, he can be developed further. He hasn't hit his ceiling. I think his ceiling is quite high. He can be utilised at Manchester United, definitely in a first team position. Keep him at Manchester United. Again, he has a massive contract still because he's just been bought in, so it doesn't really make sense for Manchester United to get rid of him. Anthony Elanga, he has broke onto the scene this season. Is he a Manchester United first team player? I think he's on the fringes. Although he sat out Marcus Rashford, I think we were kind of forced to play him. He has provided goals in the Champions League and in the Premier League. We do definitely keep him, but I don't think we should be relying on him to be a first team player unless he can be developed into a Marcus Rashford type of player, or even further. I think he's, ability wise, I think he's the same as Marcus Rashford this season. So yeah, he should be definitely kept at the club. Do not loan him out. He can be utilised. Shola Shortire, I don't know who that is, you know, in all honesty. I think he should be loaned out, or, you know, because I've not heard of him, I don't think he's a first team Manchester United player. So maybe loan him out. And the last one, a very, very promising player, Garnacho. This player has shown amazing promise in the reserves. He has been brought on to the bench a couple of times for Manchester United. In my opinion, if players like Marcus Rashford are not performing and Elanga can't be played every single game, what does Garnacho have to do to get a run in the first team? You know, our players are playing shocking this season. They sort of showed that they don't want to play, no energy. Garnacho should have been played in some of those games. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be saying up until the end of the season, we needed to win every single game. Even this game that's coming up against Crystal Palace, we have to win it. But if players are not showing energy, then what more does Garnacho have to do to play? Surely he shows more energy. Ability, you know, is sort of out the picture. A minimum at Manchester United should be providing energy. The ability comes afterwards. The energy is a given. Saying that, he has won the FA Youth Cup for Manchester United, and that is a very big trophy for a youth player. I really think he should at least be given a run in, especially in the pre-season tour. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in. You've really been killing it on the subs and likes. Please continue to like and subscribe to the channel. Your support is much appreciated. We'll catch you in the next video, guys. Take care of yourself. Peace out.